Good morning, guys. I'm really excited because I just made bánh xèo. It's a Vietnamese pancake, and I've pretty much done a really good job at recreating this dish, even though I'm not really good at cooking at all, but I've been improving over time. Today didn't come out as I usually like it. Usually I like it a little bit thinner and crispier, but it still came out good. It's not like a fail completely. One day I will show you guys how to make this dish, but right now I don't have like the correct ingredients. I did like a little remake by putting carrots in the dish, but you can always like remake things. I also have some tea, ginger tea. It smells good. And I have my little dipping sauce. These are the noodles. I have some Thai basil and some cucumbers, some soy sauce with sriracha, and in the pancake there are carrots. So yeah, I'm excited because there has been a lot of progress between today and yesterday. Yesterday I signed a contract for this apartment, so I'll be staying here. Annie's still looking for a place, so we're gonna go hunting today for her place. And we're excited because we just booked flights somewhere. I want you to guess where we're going. We're gonna be going, I'll give you two hints, to a country I've never been, and it's for 1 week. So that's the hint. Comment below, where do you think we're gonna go? I'm excited because it's a country I've never been to, and I'm excited for the food, so yeah. Okay guys, update on the pancake. It actually came out really good. I thought it wasn't the way I usually like it because it's not as crispy and thin as I like it, but it actually tastes really good still. So, success. I can't wait to make this for you guys so you can try it at home because it turns out really good. I take these, dip them in some water, and wrap it like this and dip it. It's yummy. Today's video is going to be about frustrating things about living abroad long term. A lot of these things are going to be very first world problems, so this is just a disclaimer for those of you who are like, oh, come on. These are things like if you live in a country for a long time, you might start noticing these things. If it's short-term travel, not so much, but long-term, you might feel this. So, the first thing that I can think of is when you live in a foreign country for a long time, when you're making friends, these friends might get up and go because a lot of them might be foreigners too. Obviously, you should make friends with the locals, which will most likely stay in that country for the most part. On average, most people, they stay in their own country. If you think about your hometown, most of your friends still live there. They may have moved cities or states or something like that, but for the most part, they mostly live still in the same place. So when you move abroad, make friends with the locals, but also when you make friends with the foreigners and you want that connection of like a foreign connection as well, a lot of them, they're gonna leave in like a couple weeks, a couple months, a year. It's very common, so you might be changing friends and having to find new friendships more often if that's something that you're looking for when you go abroad, making connections. One of the things that can be frustrating about living in a foreign country, this can be short-term or long-term. I'm a short-term traveler, but this is something that I experience a lot, and it is getting money out of the ATM. A lot of times you have to figure out, are you going to stay there to work? Are you going to just travel? What's the best way of receiving your money? Should you get it in which currency? Long term, it can be frustrating because you might have to open a bank account in the foreign country, or you might just have to withdraw from your bank account without getting another account. When I lived in Mexico, I didn't have my own Mexican bank account. Even though I was working in Mexico, I just took out money from my regular bank card from the US, and I used ATM from Mexico. What I did is I called my company and I asked them, do you have any agreements with any bank accounts in Mexico? And they did, and I went to that ATM all the time. That's something that you can do, and that's something that I usually do, is find out if my bank has any agreements for either low percentages, like fees. Another thing is, when I lived in Korea, I was working as well, and they actually, those program that I went with, they opened a bank account for me. So that was really convenient because I was making money in the currency, and then I was able to withdraw and spend the money according to that currency without having to worry about any fees. So that's one of the frustrating things about living abroad. Another frustrating thing about living abroad, especially long term, is that you might be super enthusiastic right when you get to the country about eating all the foreign foods, or foreign to you, local to the country that you're in, and you might even learn how to cook a few dishes and be all, you know, multicultural at home, cooking all the dishes that you might have learned and going out to eat all of the local food. But over time, you might start to crave some of your foods that you grew up with, or other foreign foods. And a lot of times abroad, those foreign foods are more expensive, which is, you know, reasonable. It's obvious that those foods are going to cost more. But even if you might go out to eat those foreign foods, they might not taste the way you would like them to taste. So for example, the other day I was craving pizza. I had some pizza. It wasn't that good. Today I had Indian food. It was actually a lot better than the pizza. But also you might want to go out and make some of these foods at home, like pizza or something, but you might not have an oven. For example, right now in Vietnam, we don't have an oven to cook any oven related dishes. Also, when I was living in Korea, I had to buy a little oven, and in Mexico I had an oven. So it just depends on where you're traveling to and what access to equipment, and even going out to the grocery store, you might not be able to find the ingredients that you want, or if you do, they might be a bit expensive. So those are some frustrating things that you might come across when living abroad, especially long term. When it's short term, things are happening really fast, you're really enjoying the food, you don't really have that much time to miss anything. But over time, that's something that you might start to realize is, I'm craving some different types of foods. Another thing that can be very frustrating and sometimes complicated is sending and receiving mail. A lot of countries have no mailboxes. You know, some countries don't have mailboxes like in countries that you might live in. So sending and receiving mail can be complicated. I remember living in Mexico and expecting a package and it never came, so I pretty much lost my package. And then also some countries sending mail can be expensive or just complicated, so that can be something that's really frustrating. In Korea, I actually received mail at the 7-Eleven or at my work at a school, because during daytime hours they don't want to drop it off with no one home, so they'll leave it at the nearby 7-Eleven, or it's best to actually get it sent to your work. By the way, today is a super gloomy day. It was just really windy. It's gonna rain soon. I already felt some sprinkles, but we're gonna look at an apartment for Annie, so hopefully it's a good one. Look at these palm trees. Beautiful palm trees right there. This motorbike is so cute. I like the yellow. It reminds me of my Volkswagen Beetle. What's nice is that you can actually just walk around and look for apartments. It's not that difficult to find listings on the walls or the doors with the number, and you can call the owner, or sometimes there is a security guard at the apartment and you can just like ask him to view if they're look at the view. Baby, you come live here so I can come visit you. Yeah. It's nice.
You get your motorbike, you come and visit me. I'll cook for you.
You're gonna cook for me?
You're not gonna cook for yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be eating fruit. I'm the laziest cook. Yeah, I'm gonna eat. Well, jackfruit gives me diarrhea.
Oh, yeah. Cook for the sweets.
You cook for me? I eat for you. It's a beautiful gloomy day, guys. It's so breezy. I love it.
It's nice here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go apartment hunting.
Hunting for apartments.
Okay, let's go further this way.
Okay. It's a beautiful day.
It's a gloomy day.
It's a beautiful gloomy day with my baby. Ah, these days, they're the best. Look at the leaves. Whoa. Oh. Try not to get blown away. There's some type of ceremony in there. It's a temple, huh? Maybe. I think it's a temple. The guy sitting there invited us. The person sitting there was like, come closer. They waved us down, so we're gonna go see what it is. Yeah. We have no idea what that was. Like, it's some type of ceremony. There was someone dancing in there, and then people at the front of like an altar, kind of. It was cool to see. We just heard music, and then we're like, what is that? I would so own this matte purple scooter. It's so cute. It's so me. Look at me, all purpled out. Got my purple backpack, purple everything. And purple baby.
Purple me? No purple me.
Okay. Yeah. I tried. Purple puppy.
No purple. This puppy's like, I just want to survive. Our laptop.
We're gonna like do some work on our computers, and I got a coffee thingy. I try not to drink coffee, anything, but this is like a caramel coffee drink, and it sounded good. So, you wanna try? Oh wait, that's not.
It's a spoon.
Oh my god. That's me every day. Oh, I got a big thing of caramel. Yeah. Oh, it's good. Very caramely. It's good. It's good. Actually, it's cold outside. That's something I wanted to show you guys. We brought our sweaters. I have my sweater here, and she has her coat. Yeah, we brought our winter gear because it's not like freezing outside, but it's actually cold for Vietnam, so something a bit shocking for us. But that's my kind of weather, you guys know. This is our other drink. It's avocado and mango. How is it?
Added something extra.
Really?
It's so Asian.
It's like cinnamon.
Yeah. It's creamy as avocado.
I feel like a lot of things taste like cinnamon to me.
Two to 3 hours later.
Another thing about living abroad for a long time is the visa situation. A lot of times, many countries, you have to be working or only there for a certain amount of time in order to stay there. So figuring out the whole visa situation in whichever country you're in can be very frustrating, especially long term. Usually short-term trips are easy because you're just there for a short time, but if it's a country that you want to stay in for a longer time, you might have to find a job there or just only stay for that short amount of time that your visa allows. The visa situation, it's always frustrating. So comment below if you have any other frustrations that you may have experienced or you might anticipate while trying to live abroad long term. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Become a patron on Patreon if you would like to support my channel a little bit more. and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
See you. I see you get it from someone else.